Welcome to my stream. Oh yeah! Whew. That's a great way to start the stream. A good stretch. I don't know about you. Welcome to my stream. We're gonna do another session of Coding for Beginners by Mike McGrath. We're gonna do that for we'll see how long. Could be an hour, could be 30 minutes, could be 45 minutes. Just depends. I'm on the second chapter. If you were here for yesterday's stream, I was doing the first chapter in full. And the second chapter is not super long, so we'll get there. But, alright. Let me go ahead and turn off this music and we'll get to it. There we go. Alright. I don't need the headphones, honestly, while I'm doing this. No reason, because I don't need to really listen to anybody. Put this all the way over here so it's out of my way. Alright, let's see where we started. This is saving data. It covers storing input, controlling output, recognizing types, converting data, guessing game, correcting errors, and summary. Which we all know what the summary is going to be about. This book. All right. To start, storing input. The ability to store and replace code, program, data in a variable is great. But this ability can also be used to store data input by a user, allowing your programs to become interactive. In Python programming, a built-in input function can be used to accept users' input from a keyboard and assign it to a variable. Optionally, this function can specify a string within quote marks inside its parentheses that will be displayed and requests the input. The program will wait until the user hits the return key before assigning their input to the variable and proceeding onward. Stored variable values can be output by the built-in print parentheses function by specifying the variable name within the function parentheses. Multiple values may also be specified for output as a comma separated list within the parentheses. Okay, so it's telling me to open up an edit window, as we did before. No, that's not it. So we're going to go back to settings down here. Open up Python, idle Python. Okay, so it's open. File. New. There's the edit window. Right. Then enter this code to request user input with which to initialize a variable. Name, alright, let's see. Name equal input, parenthesis, please enter your name. Next, add a statement to output both a string and the value stored within the variable. Okay. So print hi and then name. All right, now add a statement to output a string then both a string and the value stored within the variable once more. So, okay, print. All right, so now it tells me to save. After I've done that, okay, so let me read what it had me do. So next, add statement to the output, both a string and the value stored within the variable. That's print and then hi name. Now add statement to output a string, then both a string and the value stored within the variable once more. So that'll be the print welcome to coding for beginners in easy steps, and then print remember to have fun, then name exclamation point. Save then run the program, enter your name when requested, and hit return to see your name in the output. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and click on run module. Brandon. Hi Brandon, welcome to Coding for Beginners in Easy Steps. Remember to have fun, Brandon. So basically, what it had me do was create like a password in a way for the program, like please enter your name for that particular code. So like if I built this code, if I built more into this, the only way to access it would be with my name, is what I'm gathering. The storing input. Yeah. There is no need to include spaces in the comma separated list. I already knew about that one from the last one. So controlling output, as the example on the facing page, wow, that's weird, demonstrates, a value stored in a variable remains available for repeated use until it is replaced by a new value or until the program ends. There are also 2 points worth noting with regard to this example's output. Firstly, the print function automatically adds an invisible /n new line character after its output. So the next print parentheses function output will appear by default on the next line below. Secondly, the print parentheses function automatically adds a space between each item when a comma separated list is specified for output. You can override the automatic new line behavior by specifying that the line should end with a space rather than the n / or /n default. You can also avoid the automatic spacing behavior by concatenating, that's a weird word, concatening, items with a plus symbol rather than a comma. Okay, so open idle edit window, then, okay, so opening a new fucking window. Close out this one, file, new file. Idle edit window, then enter this code to request users input with which to initialize a variable. So name input Next, add a statement to output a string and the value stored within the variable, but without a final new line. Okay. Print hi plus name and equal. Now add statements to output a string, then a string concatenated I can't fucking say this word. I need to look this one up. Anyways, to the value stored within the variable. Okay. Forgot to do this again. I'm getting tricked. All right, save, then run program. File, save, stop. Now we run it. Run. What did I do wrong? Input. Let me try this again. God. That's it. Hi, Brandon. Welcome to Coding for Beginners in Easy Steps. Remember to have fun, Brandon. All right, that makes way more sense. Okay, so that's what was my mistake, was that I was typing name in the other spots, but I had Brandon set for the input being Brandon. So notice that the strings have been altered to nicely format the output. Remember to have fun. So it looks like there's a space between the names, but let me try that. Let me see if I can't get that space there. They're supposed to ignore the spaces, but I'm guessing that that is not the case right now. So let's try this again. File, save as, run module, random. No, still not getting the spaces properly. That's weird. Whatever. Still getting the proper output. All right, recognizing types. There are four essential types of data you can represent when coding a computer program, and that can be stored in variables, although variables in the Python language can store any type of data. It is important to understand the different types, as you will sometimes need to convert from one type to another in your code. Data type description: a string of characters which can include letters, numbers, spaces, and symbols. Daytona 500. That's data type is str. Data type int. Description: an integer whole number which does not have a decimal point part. So example is 1,000. Data type float: a floating point number which does have a decimal point part. So 98.6 is the example. And then bool: a Boolean logical truth value which is either truth or false. So the example is true. Strings are simply any collection of characters you can enter from the computer keyboard grouped together within quote marks. Variables recognize a value being assigned to it as belonging to the str class, if that value is enclosed within quote marks. Numbers are any numeric value you can enter from the keyboard, but are defined by the inclusion of omissions of a decimal point. Variables recognize a numeric value being assigned to it as belonging to the int class. It's giving quotation more points around the class. So it's like the int class, the str class. If that value has no decimal point, or as belonging to the float class if it does have a decimal point. Booleans, I guess that's what it is. Booleans are a logical truth value. Variables recognize a Boolean value being assigned to it as belonging to the bool class by the keywords true and false, or if that value evaluates to true or false. Python programming, you can easily discover the types of data stored within a variable by specifying that variable's name within the parenthesis of the built-in type function. Good lord. I can't speak today. I can't even read, apparently. Open an idle edit window and initialize a variable by assigning it to a string, then display its value and data type. All right. I'll get out of this. File, new file. So, open an idle edit window, then display its value and data type. So, brace equals Daytona 500. And print. Next, initialize a variable by assigning it a whole number, then display its value and data type. So kilo equals 1,000. Print kilo is type kilo. Now initialize a variable by assigning it a decimal number, then display its value and data type. So temp equals 98.6. Print temp is type temp. Alright, Initialize a variable by assigning it a truth keyword, then display its value and data type. So flag equals true, print flag is type flag. And now finally replace the last variable value with a truth result of a comparison, then again display its value and data type. So flag equals 4 by 8 print flag times type flag. Right, now save, then run program to discover the types of data stored within the variable you have created. File, save, desktop, call this one. Oh, for the love of Christ. All right, so it's saved. So now we just press F5. Oh. What the hell? F5. Oh, okay. Okay. What in the fuck? That is the correct key to be put there. Don't get what's going on. Oh. There we go. File. Save. All right. All right. Now we press F5. Oh, I did save it. You turd. All right. Anyways, Jesus. So the output was correct. It's Daytona 500 is class STR, 1000 is class INT, 98.6 is class float, true is class bull, and then false is class bull. That's all correct. All right. The comparison here examines whether 4 is greater than 8, which is, of course, untrue. Comparisons are demonstrated fully in Chapter 3, which we are not there yet. Converting data. Often you will need to convert data in your programs to perform some kind of manipulation, such as arithmetic or concatenation. Fucking. Arithmetic can only be performed on numeric data types such as int and float data, whereas concatenation, whatever, can only be performed on string data types such as str data. Python provides several built-in functions that allow you to easily convert data in your programs to a different data type. These do not convert the original specified value itself, but merely return a converted representation of its value. In programming terms, this is known as a cast operation. It's a function, int, description, converts x to an integer whole number. Function float, description is converts x to a floating point number. And function str, description, converts x to a string representation. Numeric values assigned to a variable manual in your code are automatically appointed the appropriate data type of int or float. Values assigned to variables from users by the built-in input function are, however, always automatically appointed the str string data type. Even when they are simply numeric values, this means they must be converted, cast, to a appropriate numeric type of int or float before you can perform arithmetic with them. Conversely, numeric values assigned to variable manually in your code, which are automatically appointed the appropriate data type of int or float, annoying text messages. Downside of having my entire computer showing is that you will see text messages because my phone's connected to the thing. Where the fuck was I? Okay, so appropriate data type of int or float cannot be concentrated into a string. This means they must be converted to a str data type for inclusion in a string. In Python, as in many other programming languages, the plus symbol has more than one purpose according to its context. Where the plus symbol is used between two numeric values, it performs an addition, seen as an addition operator. But where this plus symbol is used between two string values, it performs a concatenation. That's the word that's how I'm gonna say it. Seen as a concatenation operator. Variables that are assigned the result of either kind of operation will automatically be appointed the appropriate data type of the result. Numeric values in your code should not be enclosed within quote marks. Numbers within quotes will be seen as string values. Arithmetic performed on an int and float data type together will be automatically cast into a float result. Cast values to the float data type to allow the decimal number input. Open an idle edit window. Open an idle edit window and initialize two variables by assigning them numeric user inputs. So, num1 equals input. Please enter a whole number. Num2 equals input. Now, another whole number. Okay. Next, display the data type of each variable to see the numeric values are in fact stored as strings. So print input is type num1. Son of a bitch. And type num2. So one saves. So when I put one bracket on there, it'll save one. But if I put, and then I create another one on that same line, it'll save itself. But if you add a secondary one, it will save all of it. That's good to know. Now use the plus operator to attempt addition, but see the results get concatenated as a str data type. So totality equals num1 plus num2. Print total Again, use the plus operator to attempt addition, but cast the stored values to see the results as an int data type. So type out total equals int num1 and plus num2. Here print finally cast the stored values as a float data type and concatenate the float results value to the output str string. Oh, good lord. Equals num1 plus float num2 and print plus save, then run the program. All right. So file. This one is data. God damn it. Desktop. Converting data. So just press F5 again. Whole number. Type 1. You know what? We'll do this 3. Enter. Now enter another whole number. 5. Enter. Another whole number. Let's try that again. So F5. So 3, 9. That didn't work. Where did I mess up? Now enter another whole number. I have to have made a mistake somewhere along the line. See, this is the beauty of this stuff, is that like you have to get it right. Like when you type it out exactly. So num2 equals input. Now enter another whole number. That's correct. Print input is type num1. Type num2. Okay, that's correct. Total equals num plus num2. Print total type Aha! I found ya. A misspelled word. Oh. And then over here. File. Save. Now let's run it. Okay, so 3, 9. Booyah! I like going back and fixing those little small issues because it's like, okay, I'm learning more. So as you can see, 3 and 9 comes out as total class STR is 39, total 12, and total 12.0. So float will change it to that with decimal point. INT will just add it, and then looks like STR will just put them to a string, so literally as like 3 and 9, as opposed to 3 plus 9 or 3 plus 9 plus decimal. So that's cool to know. If you forget to convert to the correct data type, the interpreter will report an error trying adding an INT. So let's try that again. Let's run that again. Run module. So how about we do a whole number of 4 plus 12. 412, which adds them together. Well, combines them physically by making them a string of numbers. So 4 and 12, so 4, 1, 2. Total 4 plus 12, 16, and then adding a decimal point for that. That is cool. I'm glad I can test these things out. Oh Lord. The previous simple examples have illustrated how variables can be used to store text string values. Let me look at this. Store text string values, integers and floating point values, and Boolean truth values in your programs. This is the downside. Like I like to be able to like specify properties here. I'll just switch between the two whenever I need to. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. It'll be much easier for you in the long run. Anyways, where was I at? Previous simple example have illustrated how variables can be used to store text string values, integers, and floating points values. The Boolean truth values in your programs, now they can be used to create a guessing game program by storing a random generated integer whose value the user will have to guess, a Boolean truth value that will end the game when the user guesses correctly, and a string containing the user's guess. Okay, so the code in this example includes some features that are only demonstrated later in the book, but as Python is an easily human-readable program language, you should be able to understand in principle how this program works. Open an idle edit window, okay? Close out of this, file, new file. Now we're going to switch over to the idle edit window. What are you doing? Done. I'll go back into the properties. And here we are. Back over to the idle edit window. And begin a program by importing a random library class that provides random number generated functions. Import random. Okay, so just type out import and then random. Now initialize these three variables, a generated random number between 1 and 20, a Boolean value that will remain true as long as the game is in progress, and a 0 value that will later store a number input by the user. So you press down there, you go num equals random point grandint 1 to 20. Okay. And then flag, oh, I type out flat equals true. Guess equals 0. All right, next, display a message asking the user to make a guess. So I'm going to do print. Guess my number 1 through 20. And equal then precisely copy this code that will compare the stored user's guesses to the stored random number. Okay. This is going to be really weird. Hashtag true grid. Okay. Another one. Yes. Equals input if not yes dot is dig print invalid exclamation point enter only digits 1 through 20. Break elephant guess num print to row try again and equal. Good lord. This is a fun game to create. So then what is going on? Why is it not working now? Should have launched it back to that side. If not, oh wait, no. Oh, wait, yeah. come back down for another one. And then else print dot my number is okay. So I have to actually put down flag equals false. Okay. Now save and run the program. Save. Desktop. That's been saved. So now we're going to change this back over. Properties, back over to main, done. All right. Now we're going to press F5. Why is that wrong? Invalid syntax. How is that wrong? I couldn't have done that. All right, I had to fix it. So what I did wrong was I pressed enter, and I had to keep the ELIF and the other ELIF and the else all together in the same basic. I'll show you after I'm done with this. So I'm gonna guess. I already know the answer, but I'm gonna guess 2. Enter. Too low. Try again. Okay, I'll try 4. Too low. Try again. Okay, I'll try 9. No. Okay, I'll try too low. Try again. 13. Too low. Try again. Bitch. Then 19. Made a mistake. See, I was wondering why it's showing. This one's saying too high. Try again. But I did mess up in. Here, I'll go back to that so you guys can see what I'm doing. Done. All right, so I changed some things around, but I had this here. This should not be here after looking at it. So then file, save, and then we're going to come back over here and answer this correctly so that way it gets out of my way. Okay, that's way off. Let's make this number different. We'll make it 15. Okay. Now we're going to put file, save. All right, so let's try this again. F5. Guess my number. 1. Too low, try again. How about you try 9. Too low, too high, try again. What? Oh my goodness. You're killing me. Did I not? Alright. Let's see. Let's try this one more freaking time. Okay, so 4. Enter. Too low, try again. 9. Enter. Too low, try again. How about 9? 18. Try again. Too high, try again. How about 117? Too high, try again. 1. How about we try 113? That's not right either. Too high, try again. That's wrong. The answer is 15. 12. Too high, try again. About 11. What am I doing wrong? So the random library class radiant function specifies an upper and lower random range. So correct, my number is, I assumed that they wanted me to change too low, try again. Correct, my number is 8. F5 again. See, I type in 11 and it fucking goes bonkers. Why is that happening? Invalid and digits 1 through 20. How about we try 4 then? Too high, try again. 7, 8, 4, 1, 5, 6. Okay, so maybe I messed up on the correct. Else print correct dot dot dot. My number is, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna type out the guess. Like it has it here. Save. Okay. Now let's try this one more freaking time. F5. Now we're gonna switch back over to the screen. Properties. This is done. Okay. I tried a couple times and it wouldn't come out as 15, so we'll try 7. It looks like it's a random number generator. Too high, try again. 6. 4. 3. 2. Correct, my number is 2. Okay, so it's literally just deciding. So it's a random, import random. That explains a lot. Oh man, I'm sorry. That was a bit of a painful one for me there. I got 1, 2, 3 pages left. Good lord. Sorry about this, everybody. Guessing game in Python program analysis. The random library class radiant function specifies an upper and lower random range within its parentheses. The flag variable specifies an initial program condition that will allow the program to start examining the user's input. The while keyword specifies a loop control structure that will repeat the statements it contains until a tested condition fails. The if not guess, ISD, whatever the heck it is, test specifies an action to break the loop if the user's input is not an integer whole number. The ELIF int guess test specifies an alternative action if the cast user input is lower than the stored random number. The ELIF int guess higher number test specifies the alternative action if the cast user inputs a higher than the stored random number. The else keyword specifies the final alternative action to change the program condition, thereby ending the program. Oh, correcting coding programs. So I'm see here. There are 3 common types of error that can occur. It is useful to recognize these different error types in Python programming so they can be corrected more easily. Syntax errors occurs when the interpreter encounters code that does not confirm the Python language rules. For example, a missing quote mark around a string. The interpreter halts and reports the error without executing the program. Runtime error occurs during execution of the program at the time when the program runs. For example, when a variable name is later mistyped so the variable cannot be recognized, the interpreter runs the program but halts at the error and reports the nature of the error as an exception. Semantic error. Jesus God. Why can I not read today? Occurs when the program performs unexpectedly. For example, when order proceeds. I'm just going to skip that word. Has not been explicitly specified in expression. The interpreter runs the program and does not report an error. Okay. Correcting syntax and runtime errors is fairly straightforward as the interpreter reports where the error occurred or the nature of the error type, but semantic error require code examination. So you can see in my code right there, you can see it's telling me where the error is. I was ignoring it like a complete dunce. Well, I hadn't got to this part of the page, so whatever. So now it wants me to open up a new one. New. Now we're going to switch over to it. Properties. New idle edit window. Then add a statement to output a string that omits a closing quote mark. So print coding for beginners, easy steps. So it doesn't want me to add that final quotation mark. So save, then run. File, save, incorrect Python, save. So run. Okay, so that's what's supposed to happen. Unterminated string literal detected at line 1. Yeah, there it is. Insert a quote mark before the closing parentheses to terminate the string and save, then run the program again to see the error has been corrected. It's okay. So then, oh yeah, you guys didn't see that. Let me, 1 second. Go back to this. There. So now we're going to press F5 again. Undetermined string literal detected at line 1. That's line 1. Wants me to come over here and then add this. Then press enter. File. Save. Then run module. Comes up correctly. Cool. Next, begin a new program by initializing a variable, then try to output its value with an incorrect variable name to see the interpreter report a runtime error. File new. So title equals coding for beginners in easy steps. Then print title. So it wants me to type out TITEL. And then enter. Save. And then run module. See, it says print title or title. So that's where it's telling me to fix it. So I come back over here, fix it. File, save, run formula. There it is. Amend the variable name to match the variable declaration and save the run program again to see the error has been corrected. Now begin a new program by initializing a variable, then try to output an expression using the value without explicit precedence. That's the word. Precedence. To see a possible unexpected result of 28. Oh, God. I need water after this. New num equals 3. Then print result. Num, and put a star, which is weird. Then 8 plus 4, and then save it. Python. 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 8 plus 4 isn't 28. That's incorrect. So add parentheses to group the expression as num star 8 plus 4. Then save the file and run the program. Okay. So just come back over here. Add in that. Let's enter. And file, save. It's now been fixed. Run. Ah! Was never closed. What do you mean it was never closed? Result of 36. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Forgot to add that. Now file, save, run. 36! I got it right. It didn't tell me to add another parentheses. I had to remember that. So that worked out well. And that is the end of that chapter. Awesome possum. I can go over the summary if you guys want, but yes, Group. Summary. Variables can be used to store data values specified in program code and to store data values input by a user. A value stored in a variable remains available for repeated use until it is replaced by a new value or until the program ends. The Python built-in input function can assign input to a variable and may optionally specify a string to be displayed. The Python built-in print function can specify multiple values for output as a comma-separated list in its parentheses. By default, the print function will automatically add a /n new line after its output unless an end alternative is specified. The plus concatenation, I know I'm saying that completely wrong, but whatever, operator can join two strings together. The plus concatenation operator can join two strings together. Data types are essential str text strings, int integer numbers, float decimal numbers, or boolean truth values. Booleans are logical truth values that are represented in Python by the true and false keywords. The Python built-in type function can identify to which class data type a value in any specified variable belongs. Values assigned to a variable by the Python built-in input function are always appointed the str string data type. Good lord. Data types can be converted for manipulation using the Python built-in int, float, or string casting functions. Arithmetic performed on an int integer number and a float decimal number will produce a float data type result. Syntax errors due to incorrect code are recognized by the interpreter before execution of the program. Runtime errors due to exceptions are recognized by the interpreter during execution of the program. Semantic errors due to unexpected performances are not recognized by the interpreter. Oh my god. My throat is dry as a rock. But I somehow made it through that without killing myself with dry throat. Alrighty then. So good news is we got through chapter 2 of Coding for Beginners by Mike McGrath. That is the second chapter again. I think I feel pretty confident. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, like retyping things, redoing things. It's definitely helping me like learn the basics. I hope that if anybody else tries this, that they're able to at least, hopefully they enjoy what I'm doing right now. I know it's been kind of haphazard and I'm just reading and it's kind of like I'm hard to understand sometimes or something like that, but I hope that it's somewhat helping you to learn Python as well while I'm learning it, because I've never done this. I'm excited to try and get my girlfriend to play the Python game when she gets home. So we will see. But I'm going to go on a break real quick. I'm going to go get something to eat, something to drink, because my throat is killing me. I hope you all enjoy just hanging out for a little bit. I might try and switch some music on for my Be Right Back. So that way it's not just silent. I don't want it to be silent while you're waiting. But give me a little bit. Hey everybody, thank you for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification button for any time that I'll be posting new videos, new content. I appreciate you all. Thank you again for watching Mustache Micro. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and follow me on Twitch. So, thank you again.